My name is Artyom. I'm 24 years old, and I want to tell you a story about how one evening, sitting in a rented studio apartment with 800 rubles in my bank account, I accidentally discovered a scheme that changed everything. No, I wasn't selling crypto. I wasn't blowing deposits on Forex. I was selling soap, candles, and tea. December, -20 outside. 800 rubles on my card. 2 weeks until payday, which didn't really exist because there was no job either. I was scrolling through Avito looking for side work and came across a listing. Selling gift set, 2,500 rubles. Inside the box, a candle, a packet of tea, a small jar of honey, and a card. Something clicked in my head. I opened another tab. Found the same candle on wild berries, 89 rubles. Tea, 60 rubles. Honey, 110 rubles. A craft box, 40 rubles. Filler, ribbon, card, another 30 rubles. Total, 329 rubles. Selling price, 2,500. I just sat there staring at those numbers. Then I calculated again. Then once more. The markup was 660%. With my remaining 800 rubles, I put together 2 sets, photographed them on the windowsill, placing a white sheet of paper under the boxes, wrote a listing on Avito, handmade gift set, a cozy evening in a box, 1,800 rubles. Honestly, I didn't believe a single word I was writing. Handmade. I just put things in a box. Cozy evening. Marketing fluff I came up with in 30 seconds. 4 hours later, the first message arrived. 6 hours later, both sets were sold. 1,600 rubles profit. In one evening, with an 800 ruble investment. I didn't sleep until 4 in the morning. Not because I couldn't, but because I didn't want to. I sat there calculating what would happen if I invested not 800, but 5,000, then 20,000. The next day I went to the wholesale market. For the first time in my life, I was looking at products not as a buyer, but as a hunter. Here's what I understood that day. People don't buy things. People buy an emotion, relief from having to think, and a pretty picture. When someone sees a ready-made gift in a beautiful box with a ribbon, the question, "How much does this cost?" never crosses their mind. Only one question appears. Who can I give this to? I bought 4,800 rubles worth of supplies, assembled 12 sets, took proper photos this time. I set up a ring light I borrowed from my neighbor. Over the weekend I sold 9 of them, 14,200 rubles in revenue. By February I had a system. I stopped working chaotically and broke everything into blocks. Procurement. Every Tuesday I visited 3 suppliers and placed orders. No impulse buying. Only proven products with margins above 200%. Assembly. Wednesday and Thursday. I learned to put together a set in 8 minutes. I'd put on a podcast, sit down at the table, and just work with my hands. Content. Friday. Shooting, editing, updating listings. I noticed that photos with live flowers next to a set roughly doubled the conversion rate. Sales. The whole weekend. Meetups, handoffs, prepayments. By March, my monthly turnover had passed 140,000 rubles. Net profit, around 70,000. That was more than I earned at my previous job in 3 months. Here's what I understood that no business course will ever tell you. Value is not the materials. Value is the solution. When someone is in a panic, looking for a gift for their mom with 2 days to go, they don't need a candle for 89 rubles. They need someone who has already figured everything out and packaged it. And for that solution, they'll pay 3 times more than the cost of everything inside. You're not selling a set. You're selling relief from stress. You're not packaging products. You're packaging a ready-made solution. The difference in that understanding is the difference between someone earning 300 rubles an hour and someone earning 3,000. Now I have a small studio, 2 assistants. We work on custom orders for corporate clients. The price tags are different there, and I won't share the numbers so you don't get jealous. But it all started with 800 rubles, a white sheet of paper on a windowsill, and 2 boxes with tea and candles. You know what the funniest part is? I still get the candles from the same place, for 89 rubles each. If you've read this far, something has already clicked inside you. The only question is whether you'll take the next step, or just close this page and go back to the way things were.